DSM Living with Wendy Wen, Melanie Hall, and Sharon Rooney.
Welcome to DSM Living. I'm Melanie Hall, and our show today is full of excitement and lots of great tips. You won't want to miss it. Coming up on DSM Living, we're going to take a riding lesson at Irish Run Farms. Spring is just around the corner, and this means war. That's a lawn war, and A+ is ready to get your turf in tip-top condition and ready for battle.
We are at a beautiful West Des Moines home on the deck that needed some serious repair and restoration. Kaufman Construction came to the rescue. We'll have all the details coming up.
Hey guys, listen up. Whitney and Adam from Fareway have a quick and healthy recipe to make you the hero at your next barbecue. Coming up next, we're going to visit a siding remodel by Helen Construction. Are you ready to relax? Well, we're here at Anani Salon and Spa in Ankeny to find out more about the feet deep massage. Take me out to the ball game. Let me watch the iCubs play, because being at Principal Park is a great way to spend a day. Mother Nature's alarm clock is going off, and it's time to wake up your lawn. So Sean, what can homeowners do to get their lawns back in shape?
Well, this early in the year, as you can see, the lawns are brown. And the one thing you need to do is grab a rake, a light rake, and go ahead and rake it just lightly to bring that up. And when you do that, that's going to get air circulation down there, so it will take off. Then the next thing you kind of want to do is you want to get your mower. You want to make sure that mower has a sharp blade, and you want to go ahead and mow it around 2.5 to 2.25 inches with a bagger on it. And you want to kind of clean that lawn up with a nice mowing.
Why do you want to bag it?
Well, the bagging will just kind of get all the debris up.
Sure.
And most of the stuff there now isn't very good for the turf.
Okay.
The other reason you want to mow short right now is that, and rake it, is that sunlight can get down to the root system and get down to the soil, and it will warm it up. And once it gets a little warmer, the green will come. But
we all like the green.
Oh, absolutely. So you little raking, mow it low, and then you want to go ahead and sometime in the near future, go ahead and fertilize that lawn, and then a nice watering, and you'd be amazed a couple weeks later, voila, it should be nice and green for you.
So tell us a little bit about then the A+ spray system.
Yeah, we have a unique system. We do a granular and a liquid application at the same time.
Okay.
It's very, very precise. It's a machine type. It's not where we're walking and pushing a spreader or walking and spraying by our hands. You know, those aren't, some people walk faster and, you know, some people swing it a little more. This is more of a machine where it's very, very precise. When you get to the end, it adjusts on the turn. And so it's a combination of liquid and a granular, and it works really, really well.
And after you put it on, can people step on the yards then after that?
Yeah, you know, we recommend let it dry,
Sure.
which takes 10 to 20 minutes, but right after that, it's fine, you know.
Well, I know that people get competitive with their yards. You know, I want to have the nicest yard in the neighborhood, and I think other people do too. So if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach A+?
You know, just call our office at 289-2020, or go on our web and ask for an estimate, and we'll come out right away and do a lawn analysis. You know, we do a soil test for you for free.
Perfect.
Because everyone wants the nicest lawn, but there's a lot of things, you know, the mower sharp, the soil has the right amendments, this type of grass and all those things. So it's a combination. It's just not doing the fertilization.
Everything adds up to get that green color, doesn't it?
You bet, you bet.
Well, I'll help you rake.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you ready to relax? Well, we're here at Anani Salon and Spa in Ankeny to find out more about the feet deep massage. Abby, this place is so warm and inviting. Tell us about Anani and how it got started.
Well, we opened about 5.5 years ago, and our main purpose when opening was just to provide modern but high-end services to all of our guests. And I can definitely say that our staff is extremely passionate about what they do, and we're definitely all committed into educating each and every guest that walks through our door.
Well, you know, I am a client here, and the first thing I noticed when I came here is your great customer service. I just felt so comfortable and at home here. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your staff and the services you offer here.
Well, we are a full-service salon and spa, so we offer everything from hair to nails, massage, facials, body treatments, even airbrush tanning. But our staff, we really pride ourselves on all the education that we get. So we are going through very rigorous training programs, such as attending the International Dermal Institute in Minneapolis and the House of Bumble in New York. In fact, our styling staff even undergoes a year-long training process before they receive new guests. But we just want to make sure that every guest that comes here receives a service they can't get just anywhere. And we definitely pride ourselves on the fact that we offer some really unique services that only a few salons in Iowa do offer.
Well, Abby, I'm going to go visit the spa in just a second, but what is your most popular service in the spa?
Definitely probably our signature massages and our Dermalogica facials.
I read something about the feet deep massage, so that's what I'm going to get. Do you think it's awesome?
It's pretty amazing.
Okay, I'm going to go check in.
Okay.
Rayanne, I am so excited about my spa experience, but when I peeked in the room back there, I noticed that there were bars above the tables. What are the bars used for?
The bars are used in one of Anani's signature massages known as the feet deep massage. Anani is just one of the few spas here in Iowa that our therapists are trained in this unique service that predominantly uses the feet.
Now, I've heard that the feet deep massage is the deepest tissue massage that someone can get. Is this true, and does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt. It is great for those people that love deep pressure to really work out those tension areas, but also very gentle, and actually people think it feels just like hands.
Well, I am ready to be relaxed. Should we go on back? Let's go. Abby, if our viewers want to schedule a unique spa experience, how can they reach Anani?
Well, there's several ways to reach us, one being our website at ananisalonandspa.com. You can also visit our Facebook page, Anani Salon and Spa, and there we have daily updates, insider tips, as well as promotions, and you can even request an appointment from there. But the best way to get a hold of us is to call 965-0093, and our guest coordinator can help you schedule an appointment.
Great, thanks, Abby.
Thank you.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines.
There's nothing better than a dog in one hand and a glove in the other and being at Principal Park to watch the I-Cubs play. Like, I am so excited about this season. Tell us what we can look forward to.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's excited. Everybody here is tremendously excited for summer and for the Iowa Cubs to be back in town. It's another rebuilding year in Chicago, so that means a bunch of prospects will be coming through. Last year we saw Brett Jackson, Anthony Rizzo. This year we'll probably see Jackson again, Vitters will be here, and maybe a couple other big-time prospects.
Do you have a favorite player?
I like Casey Coleman. He's a really nice guy. He's a hockey fan. I'm a hockey fan, and his dad and grandpa both pitched in the majors. So.
Cool, well let's go in and take a look.
Sounds good.
Nate, I love being here on the field. This is so awesome. So tell us about your history.
Well, I'm a native Iowan. Played college baseball at Iowa State University. I was a pitcher there, and grew up a Cubs fan. I got drafted by the Cubs after my junior year of college, and came up through the Cubs minor league system, and ended up pitching for the Iowa Cubs here, what was then Sec Taylor Stadium and now Principal Park. In 2001, and then was traded to the Florida Marlins in 2002, and ended up getting traded to the Milwaukee Brewers, and then played for a couple more years in the independent leagues out on the East Coast.
Perfect, so what's your position here now?
Right now I'm the Vice President and Assistant GM of the team, but ultimately around here you're going to see all of our employees wearing a bunch of different hats, whether it's doing a tarp pull or putting up signs or jumping behind a concession stand and cooking hot dogs or whatever it is.
And we all love the dogs.
All hands on deck when you're in minor league baseball.
Well, let's talk about the I-Cubs now. So Principal Park is getting ready for opening day. This is so cool and so exciting. What can we expect? What are some of the events that will be here?
Well, as always, we come up with our weekly, daily specials that we have. Usually we do a 2-for-1 on Tuesdays. Our special days are fireworks days on Friday nights. Every Friday night we're going to have fireworks, and fans love that. And we're continuing to put the schedule together as we speak. So there's going to be more coming. Yeah.
Well, I need to talk about tickets. So should we go to the ticket office?
Let's go get some tickets.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so we're here at the ticket office. What do fans need to know about getting a game day ticket?
Well, essentially our ticket office is open when the work hours are open, so they can come down anytime between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays 9 to noon on non-game days. We have a variety of different types of tickets. We have a variety of packages that can fit the budget for individual Cub fans out there.
It's perfect for everyone's individual
That's right.
needs, huh? Yeah. Well, I want to go get some tickets, but before I leave you, I want you to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." All right, look straight into the camera and give us your best.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Come on.
How about I give you the first couple of lines?
Okay, that sounds good.
Are you gonna sing it with me?
Nope. Okay.
Do I get some organ music?
Yeah. Okay, 1,
right.
2, 3.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back.
So just root
for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All right, I'm gonna get my tickets.
All right.
Thanks, Nate.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
Beautiful lawns and award-winning landscapes. Hi, I'm Sean Edwards, owner of A+ Lawn and Landscape. For over 20 years, my locally owned service has helped homeowners like you. Your lawn and landscape is important to me, so please call or visit my website, apluslawn.com.
I'm Mary Alice Hill, and this is my Chevy Volt. It's great. I don't even pay attention to gas prices anymore because I don't have to fill up. I like the features, I like the performance, I like the torque of the electricity. You get immediate power from a stop. It's an environmentally friendly vehicle. I feel like I'm driving the car from the future. I love this car.
Your dealer for life, Caro Chevrolet.
And stay.
Beautiful lawns and award-winning landscapes. Hi, I'm Sean Edwards, owner of A+ Lawn and Landscape. For over 20 years, my locally owned service has helped homeowners like you. Your lawn and landscape is important to me, so please call or visit my website, apluslawn.com.
Did you ever wonder about the siding on your house? When does it need to be replaced? What kind of siding to choose? What is it going to look like? Well, we're here with Dave Helen, and he's in the middle of a siding remodeling project. Dave, can you tell us what's going on here?
Well, we're at a house in Ames. It was built in the 70s. It's got a contemporary look with the vertical cedar siding that was put on when it was built. This siding is cupped, it's cracked, it's leaking, it's really in bad shape. It doesn't take stain anymore, so it's time for a change.
How long has this siding been on the house?
This siding has been on the house about 40 years.
And we looked at this siding a little earlier, and you were showing me that there's a bunch of knots and it's just kind of coming off in different places. So how does this affect the functionality of the home?
Well, everywhere you've got splits, you got knots, the boards are shrinking, they're cracking, there's things coming out. We have more water getting in behind it. Once the water's behind it, it saturates the back side of the siding. Front side is stained, back side isn't. As the moisture comes into and out of each board at a different rate on the front and back, that's what causes cupping, splitting, shrinking, etc.
So it's definitely time for a change. So tell me what's going on in the house now.
Well, to keep the look, we're going with a cedar vertical siding.
Okay.
It's tongue and groove, it's 5.5 inches wide, and the pieces fit together just like that.
Wow.
Now, what we've done differently though, this is a clear cedar versus a cedar with all the knots. So it comes from an older tree, which means it's got tighter grains, there's more heartwood in it. Heartwood is naturally decay resistant, it resists warping, that kind of thing. So it's a more stable wood. Now also what we do is we seal the back side of the siding, same as the finished product on the outside. Tongues and grooves, backside, all of our cut edges. Before we put these boards on the house, all these cut edges will get sealed. What that does, once the final surface is applied on the outside too, all edges of each board are sealed in the same manner so they gain and lose moisture at the same rate. And what that does makes it less likely to warp, split, and crack.
So tell me about the durability of this.
Well, when we talk about green building, a lot of times people are talking about composite products and all these new technologies. Wood, when properly handled, can be a forever product. And what is more green than something that lasts forever?
Absolutely.
So my approach on green building is pick the best quality products you can and install them perfectly, and they will last a long, long time.
So Dave, this looks great. Is this what it's going to look like then when it's finished?
Yep, this is all, we've done our new house wrap. We've got the new siding installed. It's all sealed on the back side, and you can see it's coming over onto the front in places. So this is now ready to be cleaned, and then 2 coats of stain applied on the wall.
Dave, I know you guys have a very reputable business, but how did this homeowner know to get a hold of you?
Well, I've actually worked for these folks for probably 15 years, done several other projects, and we just do all kinds of different things. Big projects, little, remodeling, new construction, just whatever people need, I try to take care of.
That sounds awesome. Well, this is going to look absolutely fantastic when it's finished. I cannot wait to see the final product.
Thank you.
So if people need to get a hold of you, how can they reach you?
They can call me on my mobile at 231-4622, or they can go to my website at helenconstruction.com.
Great, thank you.
Hi, I'm Whitney with Fareway and Sensible Health, and today I've got Adam, our resident meat expert, here to help me. So Adam, what do you got going on today?
Today we're going to do flank steaks, and we're going to grill them, but we need a little bit of preparation first, and we're going to stuff them, okay?
Okay, it sounds intimidating. Is it hard?
A little bit. You know, it's not real hard, but there is a little prep work to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept it pretty simple today. All we're going to do is put some mozzarella cheese in there, throw some asparagus, some baby asparagus on there, and also some a couple colors of peppers, just for color. So let's start.
Okay.
So at your Fareway meat counter, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the counter and ask one of the guys or gals to pick you out a nice flank steak, okay? What you're going to want them to do or ask them to do for you is just have them slice it, butterfly it open.
Butterfly it open.
So, and I've already done that with this piece here. All you're going to do is butterfly it open so it just opens like a book, okay? It ends up being a lot thinner that way, and now you have all kinds of room, surface area, to stuff that piece of flank steak and then roll it up. So all we're going to do is we're going to start with just a little bit of flavor here, some teriyaki. We're just going to baste it with just a little bit of teriyaki.
So you didn't marinate this at all?
I did not this particular piece. You sure can if you want to.
Okay.
It's going to make it even more tender and flavorful than it is already.
And this is a good time too to show kind of the grain of the meat before it's cooked. You know, this is what we're talking about when we say the grain of the meat. How how those strands kind of run in there.
Yep, it runs up and down just like this, and it's very tight grain. There's not a lot of marbling in that. So the key is going to be to cook it slow. Okay. After we get that basted down with a little flavor and a little tenderizer marinating sauce, all we're going to do is sprinkle a little bit of mozzarella on there.
And you could go Parmesan too if you want a little
Parmesan,
sharper.
I almost brought
feta.
the Parmesan, yep.
That is a good one too because it doesn't melt all over your grill. It kind of stays packed in there.
That's exactly right. Now when you're laying these on there too, Whitney, make sure that you're laying the asparagus and the rest of your vegetables with the grain like we talked about, okay? Because when we slice that, we're going to slice it against the grain, okay? All we're doing now is we're rolling things up, and now we're just going to tie it up, okay?
And you don't need to soak that or anything before you put it on the grill?
You don't. It's fire-safe string.
So that was a pretty fancy knot there that you just did. I'm more of a loop, swoop, and pull kind of knot doer. That works
like
also?
you tie your shoe. A double knot would be just perfect. Yep. So we've transferred our steaks to the grill here, and all I'm doing right now is I'm basting them a little bit with some of that Kin's marinade and the teriyaki sauce to give it a little bit of flavor, nice little color. It'll caramelize some, and you can do it if you want. It's optional. Put them right on the grill, low heat, indirect heat, so you can cook those things for about 35 to 45 minutes on indirect heat, and turn them every so often, and when it hits 160 degrees, they're done. Take them off.
So Adam, this is all done and it smells so good. So we're kind of in the final stages. Any technique to cutting it?
You know, really there's no technique. You remember when we laid everything in there with the grain? Okay, so now we're going to start slicing things against the grain, and I'm going to try and slice between the strings that we tied, so these pinwheels hopefully stay together, just like I did on that one here, okay?
Yep.
And that's very important for the meat to be tender and for it to stay up together, is that you slice it against the grain always. Okay, and there we are, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Those are beautiful. So if you want this recipe or any others, you can visit Fareway.com. And remember, the most important ingredient in any grilling recipe is family.
And friends.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
We're at a beautiful West Des Moines home with Devin Kaufman, owner of Kaufman Construction. Now, a lot of people enjoy outdoor living, and especially when you have a view like this one. The homeowners called you, Devin, because there were a lot of issues with their deck, which happens to be 2 stories.
They have these large, they're actually bearing columns, and which means that they're holding other parts of the house on them, and including the roof above. And where some of those other bearing points were tying into it, they were rotting out because they were wood columns. And then they also had a tile floor here that had not been prepped correctly, so it was cracking and some paint issues and things like that. So really just a large repair job. So we removed the columns, and instead of using wood, we put a wood column inside and actually split the columns, the new fiberglass columns, and put them back together around the new post on the interior, and then really redid everything, the railing. They chose to go with something that would be really no maintenance with decking.
This is PVC decking, is that correct?
Correct, yep.
Now, getting back to the columns, they look fantastic knowing that you split them and had to reassemble them over your new support beams. So that's amazing. Wonderful job with the architectural detailing here too.
Thanks. I'd like to take credit for that, but we actually were just matching what was there, which the homeowner, when they built the house, took real care to. She wanted to make sure that we put it back the way it was, and happy to say that she's happy. We did a good job with it.
That's great. We are talking with the homeowners of this beautiful West Des Moines home, Bud and Jeannie. And Bud, let's start with you. You have had other remodeling work done at the home. How does this job compare with previous jobs?
There's no comparison with other jobs. This is really the first job that I've contracted that I've been pleased all the way through, from our first meeting with Devin until the last meeting.
Especially when they meet you with a contract and it states everything they're going to do and their daily work they're going to do. It's unbelievable. And it was all done precisely as they said. They cleaned up everything every day. You'd never know they were here. And all the work was done so efficiently. So we were very pleased.
And surprised. Even after the job was all done and paid for, Devin brought back a check because the job was changed a little bit and the rewrite was a little cheaper than the original one. And so,
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
not everyone
Which you
gives
don't
me a check
expect,
back.
you know.
So you would recommend Kaufman Construction again?
Well, I have recommended them to others already, and I will. They're good for their word. They do what they say they're going to do.
Positively.
Well, Devin, you have very happy homeowners, Bud and Jeannie. They loved the process and the end product. So how can people learn more about Kaufman Construction?
Probably easiest just to go to our website at kaufmanconstruction.com.
Okay, no job too big or too small for Kaufman Construction, and of course there's always KC Handyman Service too. So thanks so much, Devin.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Virginia, and she's the owner of Irish Runs Farm. Virginia, welcome to the show. We're so excited to be here today. Can you tell me a little bit about the history of the stable?
Sure. This is the oldest barn in Des Moines. The stable itself is over 50 years old. Located right next to Waterworks Park, where there are many bridle trails, both private and group lessons, and we take people all the way from beginning riders to showing, showing at the upper levels in the A series. And we board horses for clients all the way from people who want to trail ride or do dressage, and we specialize in hunter jumper.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about this gal we have behind
Well,
us?
this is one of our lesson horses. Her name is Jess the pony. So she's a horse that we use for beginning riders or people who are a little smaller. She's an 11-year-old Overo paint.
Well, I think I'm ready to go. Would you mind taking me on a little
No,
lesson?
we're going to have a little lesson. So the first thing we're going to do, Melanie, is clean your horse.
Okay. Yeah, wow, look at all that.
Yeah, yep. Do that. See, she likes that, you can tell. So we're going to set the saddle on her. There you go.
All right.
So this is our brand new indoor arena.
Right here, wow.
Yeah. Just walk her right over here.
Okay.
Come on, Jessie. You're gonna put your foot in the stirrup.
This one in the stirrup, okay.
And you want to, don't plop down on her back hard.
Okay.
Try to see if you can get your other foot in the stirrup before you sit down. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
There you go. Now we're gonna ride her like we steer a car. So you're gonna put one hand on this side. I want you to put your pinky under the rein.
Okay.
There you go.
And
We do
same
that on
thing.
both sides.
So pinky under.
And your accelerator is your heel.
Okay.
Now look over there, Mel, and just give her a little kick. There she goes. There she goes. Now look to the right. See if we can get her to go to the right. Good. That's great, Melanie. That's great. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Come on, Jessie. Good job.
See, now you're walking a little faster. There you go.
Thank you, Jessie. Good job.
Now the next thing we would get to is what we call a trot.
Okay.
Which is a little bit faster. I don't know
Okay.
if you're quite ready to
Yeah.
try that, but I'm up for it. If you
I'm
wanna.
up for it.
All right, let's try it. She knows sometimes when there's a beginner on her, she doesn't have to do it. All right, let's keep looking forward.
Okay.
See if you can get to your level 2 walk.
Okay, so just kind of tap her a little?
Yep. Just give her a little kick with your feet. There you go.
All
There you
right.
go. Now squeeze really, really hard and cluck and see if you can get her to move a little
Come
bit
on,
faster
Jessie.
into a trot.
Keep on kicking her?
Yep, keep on kicking her.
Come on, Jessie. Come on.
Good job. Good job. That's a trot. Now, you would rise and then sit. Rise
rise
and
and
sit with every step. There you go.
Good job. Virginia, this has been so much fun. Now, if people want to get a hold of you or contact
Yeah,
you.
they can call the barn number 277-1880 or contact me on my email, Virginia@irishrunfarms.com. All that information is on our website.
Perfect. And your
www.irishrunfarms.com.
Great. That's a wrap for today. Be sure to tune in next week for a brand new episode. To find out about the latest or join the conversation, check out our Facebook page or go to dsmliving.com. I'm Melanie Hall. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of the weekend.
Host Apparel by Francesca's, located in Jordan Creek Mall in West Des Moines.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines. If you want to see your company or event on DSM Living, head over to our website and fill out a simple form or shoot us an email to info@dsmliving.com.
You want me to write? Really? Okay, here we go.
She's learning quickly, Paul. Sharon used to do that. Oh, you're so good. You're doing that. I'm like, thank you, Sharon. That's what I need.
Oh, good. Flip it real.
Deep breath.
Quit laughing.
Gosh, just don't stop there. I got other rakes if you got,